Okay, it's been requested that I make a video dealing with three-way switching. So today we have an interesting three-way switch setup here. We have a light switch to the room, and we have a light switch to the closet. And right over here is a three-way switch, second switch, for the same closet light. Okay, so that's not necessary. What we are going to do is eliminate the switch there and also eliminate this old lovely 70s fluorescent lighting that used to have a stained wood framework with plastic clear panels in the ceiling to diffuse the light into the room. Okay, so what we are going to do is eliminate this, and what we have determined is, you see in here is a three-way switch at the top, or three-way wires at the top. So putting the meter in here, I've determined that this is a 120 volt power source, and this is a three-way jump going from this light switch over to that light switch. Okay, and so we have, here's the other common wire here, and that wire is the wire that goes up to the light fixture. So also what I've found here is the wires, the person that connected this all up connected all the white wires together, which isn't really the correct way to do that, because we have a 120 power source in this box and a 120 power source in that box. So the white neutral wires do go to the same place in the box, the breaker panel, and if they are wired correctly, it probably wouldn't matter. Obviously, it hasn't mattered for 30 years, but what should have really been done here is the wires separated for each of the two circuits. So we have our one circuit here, which takes care of the room lights, and then we have these other two wires that run the light in there. So if I just undo those, I broke the connection there. Now I'll let it connect back up. Let's connect it back up. And there, so you see the lights have come back on again. So what we're going to do is, this switch will remain for the closet. This switch we are going to eliminate, and then over on this side here use the black here to power a switch, just a regular switch, on-off switch here, and that will be the only switch for the closet lights. And then we will use the 120 volt power here and the neutral, and we'll run a new wire up the wall and to that location for a vanity light. So what we have to do is fish a wire up through the wall here into the attic space, then come across and over and down into the center of the wall above the sinks. Okay, so we'll take care of that. Now over on this side here, the power wire for these lights, the lovely 70s, whatever you call those things, came out through the wall. And as you can see, the connections were just wire nutted together in the open, which they should really be done inside of a box. So we're gonna, this wire is too short, and so we will eliminate that wire and pull up a new one through the ceiling there, and then across over to the center of the ceiling up here. So what we're going to do is we'll just fish the wire up through here, open up the ceiling there a little bit, come across to the center. Then we'll have to drill through one or two ceiling joists to get to the new box location, and that will take care of that. Okay, so I'm going to start rewiring this, and unfortunately I only have one hand holding the camera and I need both hands to work with stuff, so I will show you what I did. So keep that in mind. This is a 120 volt circuit here, and this is the switch leg going up to the wire there. This is a 12-3 wire here, and this is the wire going up to the light fixture. This is the 120 volt power with a neutral, and this is the other end of the 12-3. Okay, so I'm going to rewire those, and I will show you how I rewired them when I'm done. Alright, so this is how we handled it. The three-way wire is all tape capped off and eliminated. The grounds are still tied together, and we have our 120 volt power and neutral wire there. Over on this side, the 12-3 is capped off, taped off, and tucked away, eliminated. And over here we have the power wire, and then we have a jumper screwed into the side of the switch, going over here to a switch temporarily. It's a three-way switch. We're just using the old one till we get a new replacement. And as you can see, it works the light. So we have eliminated the three-way switches, and we have used this power source for the closet and the room light, and over here we're going to use this power source for the vanity light. Okay, so that is what we did. We just eliminated the 12-3 wire between the two and ran both the closet and ceiling light off of this one here. Okay, so now we have to replace this wire going up, and we have to run a new wire from here up and over and down. Okay, so that involves cutting a hole at the top of the wall and running a fish tape from the box up to the hole, and then and what we'll actually be doing is cutting a hole at the top of the wall and the ceiling next to it, drilling a hole up through the top plate of the wall, and then pulling the wire from here up into the ceiling over and to the light switch, where we'll have to do the same thing there, cut into the ceiling and the top of the wall, drill up into the top plate, and then pull the wire down from the ceiling to where the light switch is, or where the light round box is going to go. Okay, so that covers that, and I will show you that when I get everything drilled and pulled through and connected up. Okay. Okay, so we have this switch is in place for the vanity lights, and this is what we are going to do here. See all those holes there? That's all a big post in the wall. So fortunately, you can see at the top of the round box is a line straight up, which is the center of the wall. And fortunately, the post ended just close enough off center that we could get a pancake box 1/2 inch thick onto the post, and then bring the wire in on the side of the box. Then we can mount our light fixture to that. So that worked out well. So then, as you can see up above, we have the post here, and a couple of 2x4s up in the ceiling above in the joist space. So we were able to run our wire at a slight angle through the top plate and come out between all these studs, posts, and joists. So then we have it routed over here, comes down the wall into the switch box. So that took care of that. This one here, we're just about to button these up. So we got our nails, 2 nails out of the wall, and we have routed the wire up and across, and then it'll go into that light box there. We ended up, we couldn't get the wire to go through the hole here, coming from the bottom up, so we went from the top down, and that we were able to get it to go through then. So anyway, we have everything we need here, and then I'll take a zip tie that has an eye loop on it, so I can get all these into a zip tie and then screw it into the stud there. So then we have all the wiring is in the box here. Everything is all grounded, and the 12-3 wire for the 3-way switches has been eliminated, but we've left it intact so that it can be used at a later date if somebody should decide they want to do something else. So anyway, that takes care of that. So that is how we didn't install a 3-way switch, we eliminated a 3-way switch. And it just made better sense in this room to get rid of it, because we didn't need a 3-way switch here and here for the light in the closet. It's just kind of like, why bother? So anyway, now instead of a closet switch, we have a vanity light switch, and we have an overhead light switch and a closet light switch. So we are all set to go. Okay, that is the end of our wiring, and then what we're doing here too is we have new cabinets installed for the bathroom. We have our holes drilled for the valves there. So it's kind of a mess right now because I've been doing a lot of drilling, but yeah, we got pretty accurate holes. Then we are repairing the wall here. There's going to be an 1.25 inch thick granite countertop, and then a granite backsplash, and the granite backsplash is about here, so it's about 1/2 inch lower than the old backsplash was. So we are just going to do a little sanding, mudding, and wet sponge, and then we'll spray it with some texture, and that will fix this wall up. We still have to put the medicine cabinet in there. Then we'll be patching all the holes in here. So there's still a bit of stuff to do yet. Okay, it's been a long day. I am going to get home. It is my 20th anniversary to the lovely Miss Kelly today. So we're going to go and enjoy a nice dinner together. Okay, so I have the first stage of mudding finished in here. Let's see, I've put the cutouts back up on the wall, mudded around them, taped around them. There is the 1/2 inch deep pancake box that will hold the vanity light fixture. That one I couldn't get, it's too close to the light, so I'll wait until Monday when I come back and I'll take the light off and finish that one. This one here is have the opening mudded, but it has some wide gaps, and whenever you put tape on a wide gap on a ceiling or a wall, it tends to bulge. So I just filled the hole, screeded it flat, And now I'll just leave it set up. Monday when I come back, I will put tape and finish mud on it. This here wall piece is fine. You can see how the mud actually kind of sucked the tape in as it's drying. So we have another couple of patches here and here. I ran out of mud on that one, so I'm not going to push it. This one here, again, that is a deep, wide hole, so I will just kind of fill it with mud, and we're leaving it a little indented so that when I come back and mud it on Monday, it'll be flat and won't bulge out with the tape. Same with this hole here. Just filled that. I've got a backer inside of there and just filled it with mud, and then Monday we will finish mud that. So we have our three-way switch eliminated, and because we had power here and power there, we eliminated the three-way switch wire that took its power from here and went over to here, and then had a light wire going up to the closet light fixtures. So it just made no sense in this little area to have a three-way switch for the closet. So what we did was eliminated the closet switch, the three-way, the second switch over there, and turned this into a single switch. And so what we did is there was a power to this, the main room light. So we took the power from this, connected it up to the closet, eliminated the 12-3 wire for the three-way switch. So now we just have one power going to these two lights, and then we took advantage of the power that was here, and that is now powering the vanity light. And right now that vanity light is we're just using the old ceiling lights until we put the vanity light in. So there you go. We have the electrical has been changed over in here. We had to do a little bit of sheetrock wallboard removal and fishing wire up through the walls, but we got it. And you can see on this patch here, we had some wide gaps. You can see the width of the gaps there, and the mud has kind of been sucked up into it. But if we had tape on it, then it would have bulged out. So we'll just wait till Monday and we'll mud and tape that. So, okay, that is it for how to remove a three-way light switch. So, it's been a pretty big week this week. Let me get my camera positioned correctly there. And so now it is 2 o'clock Friday afternoon, and we are heading up golfing. Taking my nephew golfing for the weekend. Whenever you have a nephew, niece, or whatever asking you to take them camping and golfing, don't turn it down. Take advantage of it. All right, have a good weekend. We will see you on the next video.